we only get one shot at this life. Okay? Let's let that sink in. You get one shot, that's it. So I wonder if sometimes we don't really think about what we're doing with our lives. And I don't mean overall, I mean just on our day-to-day lives. There was this writer I like named Annie Dillard who used to say how we live our days is how we ultimately live our lives. I know that sounds really simple, but think about that. Anyway, I've just been doing a lot of thinking, a lot of learning, trying to get myself back into optimum health, whatever that means, right? Because we don't really actually know what perfect health is. So that's why I say optimum health. I want it to be the best I can be. But I started thinking recently. Remember when I told you about my weird personality? Like how I always tend to take things to extremes? Like, you guys ever heard the Billy Joel song, Go to Extremes? He could have been writing about me, all right? That's how I am. I either don't care enough about something, or I'm way above. I care far too much, That's just how I am. I'm always on one end of the spectrum. But as I was thinking about this health condition, I don't know, I just got really worried, and I was like, man, I don't know, because I still ain't popped the hood. I don't know what's going on. And it does concern me just a little bit of wondering, is this thing gonna take me down anytime soon? It's just my paranoid brain. I'm not doing this to worry anybody. That's just the way my brain works. I'm a little paranoid sometimes, okay? Hey, we all got personalities, right? That's how it works. I'm probably fine, just so you know. But the more I thought about it, I was like, so many of the things I've done doesn't really make any sense, or didn't do. I would consider myself very much a character. I've been talking about Lord of the Rings lately. I'm exactly like, if I was a Lord of the Rings character, I'd be Bilbo Baggins. And if you guys remember, he lived in his safe little comfortable hobbit hole and never did anything. He lived his life the exact same way. He was very routine and never did anything. And that's what I've always done. I've always taken the safe route. I've never really tried anything new. Like, get this. I was literally just thinking about this the other day. I love to play my guitar. I got this sweet little Yamaha acoustic guitar. Love it. But get this. As much fun as I've had playing it, I cannot for the life of me understand why I never tried to do more with it. Like, for example, it's been high up on my to-do list to play these I'll bring up two songs in particular. I wanted to play Autumn Leaves for like forever. And The Entertainer, Scott Joplin. Guys, if you haven't heard that on guitar, you gotta pull it up on YouTube. It's pretty sweet. And I've always wanted to play this. And I have the skill level to do it, but I never did it. Why? Why didn't I do that? Because I'll tell you exactly why. Because I always thought, there's plenty of time. I'll get around to it at some point. I've been saying that for years. Can you believe that? That's crazy. I've been saying that I was going to write a book for years. I'll complete a draft at some point. Never got around to it. I always said, I've got plenty of time. It's fine. I mean, I'll just go back and rework this. And I just started really thinking, man, all these things I said I was going to do, I never really got around to. Because I assumed I had all this time at my disposal. What if I don't? Now, what if I do? Right? I could have plenty of time, but what if I don't? Isn't that interesting? And the more I think about it, I gotta tell you guys, living life like that doesn't make sense to me anymore. It really doesn't. As I start looking over things I've said, things I've done, I'm starting to wonder, man, it just changes your perspective a little to realize you're not bulletproof, okay? It just changes your perspective just a little bit. It's not earth-shattering. I'm not in a crisis of any kind. It's just making me rethink and retool a little bit, okay? Added a lot more praise bands to my playlist. I probably should have done that an eternity ago. Reading over some of the Psalms, memorizing some of those. I should have done that a long time ago. So the point I'm trying to make to all of you is, one more thing. I saw that I've got Bob Ross recorded on an app. I forget which one. I love Bob Ross, don't you? It just makes me really happy to watch that guy. And I've been saying ever since I got him, you know what? I'm going to pay the $25. I'm going to get that Bob Ross master kit, and I'm going to learn to paint like that someday. Never got around to that either. And I can't honestly tell you why. I don't have an explanation. So just take this from me. I want to make this to help you guys, okay? Life is temporal. It's very temporal. And listen to me, none of us are bulletproof. Like, that's the one thing I hope I remember from my little healing journey here as I'm getting myself back to optimum health, is remembering I am not bulletproof. I am not immortal. I'm going to die. If not soon, I will die it could be decades from now, but I will. That's inevitable. What's the statistic? Like 5 out of 5 people die? That's what I hope I never forget. And that's something I'd like to impart to you a little bit. I hope you're in great health. I really do. I would never wish anybody to be in poor health. So rather than go that route and then learn that you're not bulletproof, just take it from me. Life's temporal. If you have a family, tell them you love them. Like every day. Preferably multiple times a day. Seriously? I mean, just look around like I did a video on gratitude very recently. Be grateful for everything surrounds you. Seriously. No circumstances are never perfect, but that's okay. Nothing's ever perfect. It's a gift to be alive, and it's a gift to be given what we're given. I think it's important to think about these things. I really do. This may sound so simple to you, but trust me, to me it sounds very, very deep. And that's why I'm sharing it with you. Never forget how temporal our lives is, and most importantly than anything, now this is the most important thing I'm going to say in this entire video, let us never neglect our relationship with the Creator. Okay, the Creator God. That is very important. The most important thing I've mentioned in this entire video. That's why it's last. I always save the best for last. You all know that. Seriously. I really should have been taking this a lot more seriously than I have. And that's on me too. Like when I said I never wrote that book, never got the master kit, that was all on me. This is also on me. I should have been taking my relationship with the Creator far more seriously than I have. Like I'm finding a new depth to the Psalms, even saying Psalm 23 to myself, like just kind of under my breath, not like Andrea Bocelli, just as I was working, because that helps me stay in flow. Why am I doing this now? So anyway, these are all things I've learned. This life's a gift, and we are not immortal here on this earth. Now, I do believe we are eternal, for sure, just not immortal here, okay? So let's all remember that, seriously. Don't neglect your relationship with the Creator. Really sit down and examine yourself, and I'm not your judge, okay? But examine yourself, seriously, that's a biblical injunction. Crack it open, read it, pray, seriously. These are all so important things, because we don't know when our time is up, but we do know that when it's up, it is up. So, don't get in my position. Don't get to the position where you have to have some sort of a demerit on your health to realize all this. Just take it from me. Here, take the easy route for once. The easy route's not always the wrong route, okay? In this case, it would be the right one. You're not bulletproof. You're not immortal. So just look around you. I mean, if there's something you haven't done that you want to do, do it. If there's something you need to say to somebody, say it. Say it now. Seriously. Don't wait. It's also important. And do not neglect the Creator God. Or, and I say this on a very sobering note, it appears, as I've been reading through Scripture, He will neglect us in the great day of judgment. And that is, I don't want to be in that position. And I certainly don't want you in that position. So those are just some thoughts, just some things. Can you believe I'm 24 years old and it took me 24 years to realize I'm mortal? That's music. And on that note, I end. And thank you for watching.